Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a story time about when I went to Pensacola and a ghost stole my ID. So this summer I went to Pensacola and I went with my grandma, my mom, my aunt, and my cousin Marley. And we went to the Pensacola military base, I don't remember what it's called, and there's a lighthouse that's known for being haunted. And I'm kind of into that kind of thing, so I was like, let's go, like we've got to go, you know? So the story of this lighthouse was there was a husband and wife that ran the lighthouse, and for some reason, I don't remember if maybe he cheated or something like that, the wife stabbed him at the top and pushed him down of the lighthouse. And then I think she died in the lighthouse too, but I don't know if she was murdered or if she just died of old age. That's something I don't know. But yeah, she murdered her husband and pushed him down, but like nobody knew that she did it for a long time. I don't know when we found out, but yeah, she didn't go to jail, she was just there. And that's why people think it's haunted. There's even some videos on YouTube if you want to watch it. I'm not the only person who says this. It is like one of the most haunted places in America. So yeah, I've never been scared by anything like that, so I was excited. So before we went, I got kind of nervous because you could see the lighthouse from the place we were staying at, and I was like, oh, it's not that big, like it's probably really easy to climb to the top. You know, didn't really think much about it. You get there, it is so many stairs, and I'm not in the best shape, let's be real. So getting up it was a struggle, but it was like when I was trying to climb up the stairs, like I was like feeling tight in my chest. Like it wasn't just, oh, I'm out of breath, like I'm out of shape. It was like I'm about to have an anxiety attack. Like I could not breathe. So my aunt went with me and we were like halfway up and I was like, I had to stop. Like I just could not breathe at all. And I was like, she was like, oh, haha, like it's so fun. Like she's having a good time. And I'm like, I'm stressed. Like I'm about to have an anxiety attack. But then I kept going because I was like, if I don't make it to the top, like what a loser, you know? So I go to the top and there's a guy that helps you do whatever, like if you want to take a picture on the outside, because so you get to the top of the lighthouse, you're enclosed, you know, but then on the top there's a little thing that goes around so that you can walk out and look out. This is the part that I was trying to explain. It's the top where you can look out and like where the light's at. Not sure why I couldn't explain that. And it's super windy out there, but as soon as you walk inside of the little actual lighthouse, it's not windy. So I went out and my phone was in my pocket. I didn't have anything in my hand because I had my fanny pack on. Anything in my hand so I could climb. And I'm walking on the outside and I'm just like stressed. Like I feel like I'm gonna fall over the edge. Like not good. It was just not a good feeling at all. And so the guy's like talking to my aunt. My aunt's like hanging over, like looking at my mom, like, hey, like hanging over the edge. And I'm just like I'm scared to look over because it's like I'm gonna fall, you know? Like that's the feeling I had. So I go back on the inside so that I don't feel so prone to falling off the edge and dying. I'm like, oh, well, I want to take a picture at least because I made it all the way up here. In my fanny pack, there was like cash and some cards, my phone, and my ID. I unzip my fanny pack. Keep in mind, there is no wind at all. Like, the outside it's windy, but inside, like, everything's fine. Because, like, you go outside and you're kind of cold because it's so windy, and you come inside and you're fine. And so I unzip it to get my phone out, and there are two pockets in this fanny pack. One of them had my phone because it was, like, the larger area, and then the smaller one where all my cards were. My ID was very deep in that pocket with the cards. So I go to pull my phone out, and, like, when I got my phone out, my ID somehow got pulled out of my bag, and it flew off the edge. Like, there was no, oh, let me go grab it off the floor. Like, it literally just, it was like someone pulled it out and tossed it. Like, it did not get, you know, like sometimes you get something out of your pocket and something else falls out? It wasn't like that because it, like, the bag was not full, And there were 2 different pockets, so I'm like, I don't understand why that would have happened. And so my ID flies off, and I'm like, oh my god. Okay, so first of all, we're in a military base, and you have to check in to get here. I don't know why the lighthouse is on a military base, but you had to have your ID to check in. So I was like, okay, well, what if they stop us and I don't have my ID now? Like, not good. So I was stressing out. And then because my aunt was outside when this happened, and then when she came back in, she was like, oh yay, like, it's so pretty, oh my gosh. And like, my ID just like flew off the edge, and she was like, what? And then I was like, no, like, my ID, like, it's gone. So just to help lay out this next part of the story, the lighthouse was facing the water, like the ocean, okay? My card flew out towards the ocean. Directly behind us is where all the stuff is, and like where my mom was sitting, my grandma. So it's like a 360, like this is where my mom would be, this way. And then this is where the ocean is. This is where my card went. I'm stressed out, and she's like, oh, it'll be fine, like, you know, whatever, you can get a new ID if you can't find it, but I bet we can find it. So we get down, and the whole time I'm going down, like, on my shoulders, I'm feeling like, not like a big push, but just like little, like. This is a picture of the stairs, just to show you how steep and odd they are. Like, only one person can fit on the stairs at a time. So like, if someone comes by you, you have to hold on to the rail and like squeeze past them. And they're incredibly, incredibly steep. And it was like, I was like, oh my god, like, it's in my head, like, whatever, like, it's in my head, I'm fine. It's in my head, nothing's gonna happen, everything's good. So I'm getting down the stairs, we get down there, and my grandma meets us, and I thought that was kind of odd. She was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, why? And she's like, no reason. And I was like, I lost my ID up there, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And she's like, oh, we know. And I was like, how do you know? Like, you were down here. So she's like, I'll let your mom tell you. Like, she was like kind of freaked out by it. And we go to my mom, and my mom told me that they were sitting there. They couldn't see me because I was inside the lighthouse, and she was just sitting there on her phone, and my ID landed right next to her, like directly next to her. Out of anywhere it could have went, like there were trees, forest, the ocean. It landed right next to my mom. And the thing was, this whole week, I was hyping this up, I was so excited, and, like, I wanted this ghost to test me. Like, I really brought this on myself. But it tested me, it scared me. I don't want to go back to the lighthouse ever again. And one last thing, this is a picture from when I was at the top of the lighthouse. Does my hair not look like it's being pulled up? Like, it doesn't look natural, like the wind blew it. That's just a little weird to me. Okay, so I hope that was good, because I told y'all I was gonna do this in, like, when this happened, like in June or July, and I literally just filmed it, like December 4th, okay? But I wanted to give y'all a good story time for my first one, so I hope it was good. It was scary for me, so yeah. So thank y'all for watching, and I hope to make more story times, because that's pretty fun. Hopefully more crazy stuff happens to me, you know?